We spend billions of dollars every year trying to give our dogs the perfect life. We buy the premium kibble, the orthopedic beds, the expensive puzzle toys, all to show our love. But a dog has no concept of retail value. They don't process the price tag on a harness or understand the human logistics required to schedule a 2-hour hike. We try to communicate our affection through a human vocabulary of material provision. Meanwhile, the animal sitting next to us receives an entirely different set of signals. The bond your dog actually experiences is written in microscopic neurochemicals. It gets built through tiny, easily overlooked daily moments happening right inside your living room, completely separate from anything you can buy. This chart shows the biological reaction when a dog and owner hold soft eye contact. In 2015, Azibu University measured oxytocin in 30 pairs. When they engaged in mutual gaze, oxytocin spiked in both the human and dog simultaneously. The researchers then tested wolves raised entirely by humans using the exact same protocol. Look at the data line for the wolves. It completely flatlines. The hormonal loop simply did not activate. Over thousands of years, dogs and humans developed a shared biological mechanism. No other animal on Earth triggers this specific chemical response in us, and we don't trigger it in any other species. When your dog looks at you, holding their gaze softly for a few seconds opens an exclusive biochemical exchange. It directly alters the chemistry in both of your brains at the exact same time. The way you speak to your dog carries a similar biological weight. A 2018 study at the University of York found that using a warm, high-pitched tone only captures a dog's attention when it is paired with words they actually recognize. Here is a model of a dog's brain processing sound. An fMRI study revealed they use left hemisphere lateralization, the exact same mechanism humans use for language. Their reward center only illuminates when the right tone and a positive word arrive together. They parse sounds simultaneously. That same need for clear, active signals applies to how you walk through the front door. For years, popular advice claimed that ignoring an excited dog when you come home teaches them to be calm and cures separation anxiety. But the data shows the exact opposite. A 2021 survey of nearly 2,000 owners revealed that those who used low arousal, neutral greetings actually had dogs with worse separation behaviors. A separate study measuring canine hormones found that physical contact combined with a warm verbal greeting is biologically required to keep a dog's oxytocin levels elevated after the initial reunion ends. Dogs do not learn calmness from being ignored. When you return, they require your active, hormonal confirmation that they are safe. Once you leave the house, the dynamic shifts to how you manage their physical autonomy. Most walks are strictly scheduled, requiring the dog to march alongside you at whatever pace makes the route efficient for a human. This chart compares cognitive optimism in 2 dog groups. Over 2 weeks, one group did structured heel work. The other did nose work, choosing where to explore. The nose work group showed a significant upward trend in optimism. The heel work group showed 0 change. We see very similar results during playtime. A persistent myth suggests that letting your dog win at tug-of-war makes them dominant and harder to manage. Researchers tested this directly with golden retrievers in 2002. Winning or losing had 0 effect on their overall dominance. Instead, dogs showed higher obedience after playing, and handlers who offered warm verbal praise consistently lowered the dog's stress hormone, cortisol. You can trigger that same relaxation response through brief, focused attention. Just 3 minutes of simple, praise-based training before a meal activates the caudate nucleus in the dog's brain, identically to the physical reward of food. Letting your dog follow their nose on a walk or offering clear praise during the game engages their internal dopamine system far more effectively than rigid human control over their movements. The most profound way your dog reads your affection requires no talking, walking, or training at all. A study on newly sheltered dogs compared active petting and playing to a person simply sitting quietly in the same room. Sitting passively reduced the dog's cortisol levels identically to physical touch. This graph from a 2025 study tracks 2 overlapping stress metrics over time. The top line represents an owner experiencing spikes of work-related rumination, worrying about the office after coming home. The bottom line shows the dog's cortisol levels perfectly mirroring those exact spikes. The variable that most reliably elevated the animal's stress wasn't anything the human was physically doing. The dog's internal chemistry was directly tracking the owner's internal mental state. To give your dog a biologically calming environment, you have to close the laptop, put the phone down, and actively clear your mind when you sit next to them. Your dog is constantly scanning your internal state. True connection with them comes down to what they find. It costs no money, but choosing to be entirely mentally present registers in their brain as the ultimate confirmation of safety.